went to a singles mixer, and only women showed up.
I would love if we could be honest and rebrand singles events as the truth, which is a perfect place to meet your brand new platonic best friend. Men don't go to these. Men do not go to singles events. Stop paying money to go to singles events. Men don't go. Stop it.
So I have to cancel the singles event that I planned to be on my farm this weekend.
This is a great conversation, and the answer is rejection. You see, if you had a singles event, let's just say you brought in 100 women and 100 men, without having some kind of preference checklist for them all to meet before coming there, you're going to have a majority of women be attracted to a minority of men at these things. So majority of men already know they're going to be wasting their time, and it's just going to be, just rejection after rejection after rejection, while this minority of men are being fought over by all the women. And men experience this while going out to bars and whatnot. They see it happen all the time. So that's it. That's the biggest reason, is just rejection. So it's a waste of time for them. So hope that helped.
The big singles event turned out to be a complete disappointment, with women demanding refunds after showing up to a fabulous night that featured 0 men in attendance. After weeks of planning outfits, perfecting makeup, and envisioning the night, they were left staring at each other and the bewildered organizers. The truth is, men just don't bother showing up to singles events anymore. They see them as nothing more than overpriced ladies' nights filled with disappointment. Men are fed up with the charade of singles events, where they're expected to line up for rejection after rejection. It's like online dating, but with the added bonus of wasting an evening in person.
Attempted going to a singles mixer in downtown Phoenix. The ratio of men to women was way off. We left after maybe 40 minutes, but hey, we tried.
Okay, I'm confused. What happened to strong, independent women don't need no man?
Single events where singles go to meet other people are the worst, because that's pretty much just the leftovers and the completely hopeless people that have 0 values and 0 standards, They just go there in hope that they find someone that they can date. Single groups, single Facebook groups, single markets, dating apps, like all of these things are where the singles with no standards go to and never get anything. That's the worst place to meet high-quality women.
Once a practical way to meet future spouses, these events are now seen by men as a room full of leftovers, women who couldn't land a guy any other way. The biggest turnoff for men is how these events make them feel, average and at the mercy of the women in attendance. Men who see themselves as high value avoid these events like the plague. There was a time when singles events were actually worth something, where men could meet their future wives. But now, with endless ways for women to find a man, if they're still showing up at these events, it's clear why they're considered leftovers.
Where do single men between the ages of 28 and 40 go on Saturdays? And I don't mean like a specific restaurant or a specific location, I mean generally speaking. Are they at the gym? Are they at a bar watching football? Are they on a hike? Are they at home doing additional work? Are they at the driving range? Are they getting brunch with their friends? What does a 28 to 40-year-old single man's typical Saturday look like?
Come get me. I'm tired of, like, seriously, I'm putting myself out. There's literally no
There's not
men.
a single
Where
soul
are
here.
all the men?
I have no.
Guys, this is getting serious. Sometimes it seems like they just looking for clout or attention on social media. But at this point, I think that this is a serious matter. It got to the point where they want to know where you are.
Where do single men between the ages of 28 and 40 go on Saturdays? And I don't mean like a specific restaurant or a specific location, I mean generally speaking. Are they at the gym? Are they at a bar watching football? Are they on a hike? Are they at home doing additional work? Are they at the driving range? Are they getting brunch with their friends? What does a 28 to 40-year-old single man's typical Saturday look like? Because I can tell you what a Saturday for a 28 to 40-year-old single woman looks like.
There is a simple answer to her question, and I know she's probably aware of it. If the guys in that age range are relationship type, but are still single, they're not willing to date. They are working on themselves, and this is why she can't find them. They are just doing their thing.
As part of my fall of outdoors, I'm trying to integrate experiences where I get to meet the male species. Every time that I've tried to do that, the places that I end up tend to be proliferated with 24-year-old men screaming at a television about football. For example, my Saturday looks like this. I wake up, I take my dog on a walk, I try to get in a gym class of some sort, Pilates, some kind of stretching class, I take a shower, make a cup of coffee, make my breakfast, and then I try and do about 2 hours of either work or personal errands. And then from about 12 p.m. until approximately 5 p.m. I try and do something social with my friends. We'll go to a bar to watch a football game, go to the beach for the afternoon, whatnot. And then I typically stay in on Saturday night, order in DoorDash, watch a movie, have a glass of wine, and go to bed. That's the male equivalent of that, so I know where to find you guys during the period of 12 to 5.
You want to know your hint to go up to a girl? Eye contact. If they're just looking at you, they want you to come up to them.
I'm taking mental notes.
And this is my hint. I literally kept going like this. And we made eye contact, I swear to you, maybe 8-9 times. So that was my hint, come up to me, I'm obviously think you're cute or something, right? Did not come up to me, and I was
basically
read
her mind.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. I get back home, I wake up the next day, I get a DM. Hey, saw you at the Steve Madden event, you're really cute. I open it, it was the pink shirt guy. I was like, why didn't you come up to me, at the actual thing?
Guys are scared nowadays.
Guys are so scared.
Is dating today, in your opinion, harder than it's ever been?
I was friends with my boyfriend before we started dating, and I feel like that's a more natural transition than seeing features on your screen and trying to make a decision based on a list of things.
People just try and avoid things because I think they're scared to say things straight up.
One red flag and you're kind of oh, I could go find somewhere else. You don't need to have one person when you could have 5.
Honestly, I don't know. I've had really bad luck. So everything. I've been treated like shit.
I think a big part of it is because of social media.
People see a lot, they exposed to a lot. They're always looking for better.
Everyone is always looking for the best thing, and they always think something else is around the corner, and you almost have too much access to too many people.
Picture this. 6 men and 8 women at an event, where almost every woman sets her sights on the top 2 guys. The rest of the men are left feeling deflated and rejected. These women, often not worth a second glance in any other setting, still believe they deserve the best guy in the room. It's no wonder male attendance has plummeted, and now the tables have turned. Women are the ones left stewing in their own frustration. Singles events have become a pay-to-be-rejected scenario for men. They shell out money to attend these events, only to find themselves surrounded by women who aren't up to snuff. Many of these women are divorced, single mothers, or carrying more emotional baggage than a cross-country flight. Young women? Nowhere to be found. They're still out exploring their options, only showing up at singles events when they're out of cards to play. Men are expected to spend hundreds of dollars for the slim chance of picking the best of the leftovers. And why do these women flock to singles events? Not because they're looking for love, but because they're hunting for a guy who ticks all their boxes so they can fast-track their way to marriage and motherhood. These women aren't looking for a loving partner, they're looking for a quick fix. These women have no intention of being what men actually want: traditional wives, supportive partners, or good mothers. Ever wonder why they're leftovers and divorcees? Because they weren't great partners or wives to begin with. A good woman is a rarity, and no sane man would let a great partner go. These women might scoff at traditional values, insisting that men shouldn't expect anything from them in the 21st century. Yet here they are at singles events, expecting men to play the traditional role to meet their needs. Men have wised up and checked out of singles events altogether. It's frustrating to see guys still attending these things because it screams desperation, as if they can't get a date the normal way. Singles events are a terrible way for a man to find a partner. You shouldn't be boxed in and limited to a pitiful selection of women. As a man, you should be in control, choosing the woman who meets your standards, not settling for what's left at these events. When you attend singles events, you're stuck sifting through the leftovers, only to be rejected and disrespected by women who think they're the prize.
I just want to invite you to an exciting event. We're having a singles night. So have a look at my events and please come and join us.
Get unready with me while I tell you about my experience speed dating in New York City. We walk up to 2 girls and we're like, this selection? Literally every single guy was 5'6" or under, and there was not one cute guy.
Come with us to a Thursday event. No attractive men found.
To know, single men, why you don't pursue anymore? What's up?
That is a great question, and in my experience, I learned really fast in the dating world that
if I pursued a woman, they lost interest for whatever reason. And I discovered that if I just became a little bit more hard to get and more into myself, that I had more success with women. So to answer your question, why men don't pursue women anymore, it's because we just got in contact with a lot of bad women who taught us that's the way to be successful. And we forgot there's a small minority of good women like yourself who like the traditional pursuit, but we don't encounter enough of you. You're like the 10% of the 100 out there. So that is why men don't pursue anymore, because we know 9 times out of 10, they'll lose interest.
Back in the days, most of the time, you would wait for someone to make the first move. It might be on the first date, it might be the third date, whatever. It could be the man, it could be the woman. But now, all my friends have noticed that the man has stopped making the first move. All my girlfriends are like, they're waiting. It's the third date, fourth date, a week later. He hasn't gone in for the kiss. He doesn't do any touching or anything. And I've asked my dude friends that are single, and they are like, you don't know where a woman's gonna go with that story anymore. I ain't touching nobody. And it sucks because the Me Too movement is so strong and so powerful for the people that need it, but it shouldn't ruin the maturity that we should have within intimacy.
And that concludes today's discussion on MGTOW Voice. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on future videos. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video.